what we stand to gain when we take control of the things that we can control, and where the opportunities are once we know what those things really are. This whole thing this weekend, me hanging out and being out with my stepdad and brothers and sisters and hanging out with the kiddos. Uh, One of the things that was going through and happening with all of that was that I was getting a ton of phone calls. You guys know this. We just listed a property. We priced it low on purpose. The expectation was to get multiple offers, and we thought we might get 2, 3 offers, and then put them in a highest and best and get the client what they needed. The opportunity that we saw with that was that the client would sell this house quickly and then take the cash that they were going to make from it, immediately put it into the purchase of another one. And one of you on the team was going to help them with that. So it was 2 transactions in one for us. And what we didn't realize is that there were going to be, at this point already, 9, 10 offers on the table, 30 something showings in a day. And I think I probably responded to maybe 40, 50 texts, maybe even more calls, emails, nonstop. Brandon had the same thing, just, phone just blowing up. And I remember at one point actually complaining about it, calling Brandon and being like, man, like I can't catch a break. I'm not, what's going on, this and that, kind of being annoyed with the whole situation. And as always, my kids, taking an interest in what I do, decided to step in and teach me a lesson. And Eliana goes, Dad, isn't it a good thing that so many people are calling you and so many people want to buy your house? Doesn't that mean you're going to sell it and make money? And I had to stop for a minute, guys. I had to really think about, why was I complaining? What was I complaining about? Was I complaining because too many people were calling me? Don't we want people to call us? Don't we want people to email us? Don't we want people to want to buy the stuff that we put on the market? But here I was having a negative attitude and having a negative outlook and a negative, and because of that, I was creating negativity around something that, like Eliana said, should be something that I should have been happy about. She proceeded to then say, maybe you should think about the fact that if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to make the money that you're going to make. And literally walks out of the room like Baby Yoda, and just leaves me thinking about what I was doing and how I should be rethinking how I was dealing with everything. You see, it's all in the context, and that's what she was trying to say in her 7-year-old mind is, instead of me complaining about how many calls I'm getting, I should be thrilled at the fact that our client was going to be ecstatic. I should be thrilled about the fact that our client was going to go out and tell people about how amazing the results that we set out to achieve, and how they were actually happening, and what that was going to drive to us. I was going to drive potential referrals. That was going to get us a great review. That was going to get us the other side of that transaction. And I immediately decided to put a stop, and I called Brandon and I said, you know what? I want to commit to changing my attitude about this. I want to commit to having a positive attitude about it, and I want to be happy about the fact that people are calling me. I want to be excited about that, about the fact that people are submitting multiple offers, and from this point forward, I'm choosing to change the way I see this, and how I'm perceiving everything and how I'm delivering it to you. And in the midst of that, I realized there are things that we can't and can control, right? Like, we can't control the pandemic. We can't control what's happening with everything out there in terms of financial instability, or people losing jobs, or all the things that are happening that we hear of. But here are some things we can control, and this is what this 7-year-old Baby Yoda taught me this weekend. We can control our attitude at any given moment about anything that we're doing. We can control how we see things. We can take an action and make a deliberate commitment to say, this is how I want to perceive things, because this is what's best for me, and this is what's best for my business, and this is what's best for my clients. And it's up to us to take that moment to the side and say, because I'm going to do this, then I'm also going to look at it as an opportunity. I'm also going to look at it as an opportunity to gain that extra client, because this client's going to be so happy that she's no doubt going to go out and tell her friends about it. I'm also going to take advantage of the opportunity that will come about from this person buying a more expensive house and us making a larger commission. So there's an opportunity in all of that I failed to see at the moment of making or taking all of those phone calls. And because I failed to see the opportunity, I was failing to have a positive attitude about it. And because I was failing to have a positive attitude about it, the only thing that I was going to drive forward with that was negative results, negative reactions, negative attitudes. And ultimately, I could have possibly ruined the thing. And see, that happens to us. That happens to all of us. That happens to many things that we do. Sometimes we have such a negative attitude that things get ruined around us. Things don't go right. Things fall apart. And it doesn't mean that if you have a positive attitude, things will always go right. Right? Let's not fool ourselves here. Sometimes shit hits the fan and things happen and we can't explain it. And you look at yourself and you're like, well, I had a great attitude about it, Alan, but my client still chose not to buy, or my deal still fell apart, or this house still didn't appraise. Why didn't it go through, Alan? Well, that's because we live in a world where shit happens, right? But boy, do we absolutely, no doubt, without any doubt in mind, get better results overall when we choose and make that choice on the spot to have a positive attitude about the things that are happening and about the things that we're going through, and see the opportunities within them. So today I want to open up the mics by asking you guys, what are the opportunities that you see coming up in 2021? What opportunities are you taking advantage of? Maybe you want to take advantage of them and you haven't had a chance to think of how you can take advantage of them. This is an opportunity for you to talk about how something could work, or what we can make happen to really take advantage of what's happening now, and turn it, change the context around it, change the way that we see it, look at the opportunities and be excited, be happy about what's getting ready to happen as we move into this new year. We have approximately 10 working days still, 10 working days available before we start getting into holiday events, holiday parties, holiday everything. Let's start thinking about the opportunities now, because when it's time to hit it again, we're not going to start slow. We're going to start fast. We're going to put pedal to the metal and we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to open up the mics. I want to see what you guys think about this whole conversation, and let you guys share as to what you see coming up in 2021. What does your crystal ball say? Who wants to go first?
All right, I'll go since
I'll go.
all right, Rivera, you want to go?
Yeah. So for me, I see a bunch of buyers getting ready at the beginning of January and February. So if I can just keep following up with them and staying on top of the ball, then they should be coming with me.
Yeah. And what is it that's making them want to be ready come January or February? What are you kind of seeing, or what are they telling you?
Just their time frame and like the holidays. They don't want to do anything right now, and they'll be like, I don't want to do anything during the holidays, but once January 1st comes up, then we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much what I'm seeing.
Got it. Yeah. So people are ready to buy. People are wanting to buy, and the opportunity is in following up with those folks, because they're going to buy come January or February, but the opportunity is in them buying with you. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Awesome. Who else is seeing some opportunities? Brandon, you had something to contribute to that.
Yeah, so I have a couple of people that want to sell next year, so I'm going to continuously follow up with that. But on top of that, I'd like to start creating some like passive income for myself. So that's something that I see in the near future for me. Hopefully next year. I've been reading a bunch of news lately about the real estate market, and I see that there may be a foreclosure kind of thing coming up. So, I'll be ready for that.
It's interesting because there are a lot of people predicting that there is going to be a foreclosure spike, and that has to do with all of the folks who put their properties in forbearance, not realizing or not knowing that forbearance only means you got to pay it later, right? It doesn't mean you don't have to pay it. And so a lot of people are getting ready to face the facts that they may not have $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. According to a recent study, 48% of America does not have $10,000 or more in liquid assets to be able to cover an emergency or a debt or anything like that. So if the majority of those folks put their properties in forbearance, which is the case for most people, there could be a foreclosure spike. I do believe what Brandon is saying has a possibility of happening. And if you're in the market of creating opportunities, then this would be the time to find an opportunity for some passive income. So, boy, is that more true now than ever. And guys, us being in real estate means that when those opportunities come, we have to be ready for those. We have to be able to take advantage of those opportunities as they fall on our laps, because they will. And when you're not prepared for those opportunities, they slip by really, really quick. One of the best things that I think I've ever done, and boy, I've not everything I've done is gone right, but one of the best things I've ever done is focus on every year creating slightly more passive income, whether that means buying one house or two or whatever I can at that point. It's really nice to be able to bump your passive income each year. This year, I got the opportunity to purchase a fourplex. Some of you guys know about it in Baytown. I remember sharing that with multiple partners that I invest with, and some friends and family, and plenty of people telling me that I was crazy and that I was insane for buying this because it was such a piece of junk. We put it on the market for $900 a month per unit, and we had terrible people apply. Nobody really wanted it. Everybody balked about the price. I'm here to tell you right now that as of this month, we're booked, and as of January, not only are we booked, but we're booked with people who work at Exxon because they don't have another place to live that's reasonably priced and clean. But we are nearly doubling the price on rent, and all we did was furnish it and then provide internet and utilities. So there is an opportunity for people who like to be problem solvers. The people that solve the most problems make the most money. The people that look for issues, the people that look for that get stuck in problems usually can't make it past seeing an ugly building versus something that literally just increased our income by 10 to 15%. And it was just thinking outside the box. So I love that you shared that, Brandon. Thank you so much. It's amazing when you can start working and thinking about what's happening and be prepared when it does. All right, who else sees some opportunities coming up in 2021?
I'll go.
Yes, sir.
I'm on the same page as Brandon, especially this weekend with all these showings that happened with this new listing. Got a chance to talk with a bunch of investors, and yeah, it got me excited to be able to think like them or get some ideas from them and just pick their brains. So that's my plan too. I want to start aiming for one rental property a year, and I also believe about that foreclosure spike. Everyone that's backed up with their mortgage for the last couple of months, they're not going to be able to make that huge payment once it's over.
Absolutely. I love the fact that you're thinking in that direction too. And one of the things that we should consider is that had any of us wanted to buy that house it would be ours. You guys realize that? Had any of you guys been in line to buy that specific house that we listed, there's no doubt that that could have been your house, whether it was to live in or to rent it out. That's totally up to you. But there again is an opportunity that's there, and that when we're ready, we can capitalize on those kind of things. Okay.
So it's North Stadium, just FYI.
So is North Stadium, and North Stadium just keeps getting better and better because now they're getting ready to put an electrical box. Mm-hmm.
Brandon, sign me up.
Yeah.
Talk, bro. Let's talk.
Yeah. I mean, that's a phenomenal Airbnb. That's a great place to live. It's going to appreciate because it's so close to all of the hospitals, and I mean, it's got a lot of pluses to it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys need some help, and here's the other thing is we have the money in house to be able to do loans that typically people can't do. You know, the private money that we provide for investors is something that a lot of people wish they had, and we have it right here. So there is an opportunity that I think everyone here will be able to take advantage of. If you're looking for passive income, if you're looking for ways to really catapult your real estate business, passive income is by far the best thing you can focus on. And you have all of the assets, all of the resources, not the assets, you have all the resources right here in this group, in this team. So it's a phenomenal year to focus on that. If you see that in your future, 2021 has that possibility for everyone. Does anybody else see any other opportunities coming up in the next year? You guys gonna be shy? All right. Well, let's talk about, we got 5 minutes left. Let's talk about what we want to achieve, what we want to be held accountable for, what we want to see happen, what things do you want to see come to fruition as we start a brand new week. So who wants to share first? Who's got something going on this week that they'd love to share with the team?
Yeah, I'll go.
Sure.
So this week, I'm writing an offer for a listing. Okay, so this was weird. It came off as a listing first, and then the lady didn't want to do any work to it. And the property's badass, can be Airbnb'd, and it's just a perfect deal. So we're submitting an offer on that thing.
There again,
accepted.
Being prepared and being ready for the opportunities as they come.
Yeah, and that's a lead that, man, I've been working with like maybe 2 years at this point. So, those pay off. You just got to follow up once
Absolutely.
a month. That's all it takes.
I love it. I can't wait to be able to see that one come to fruition and then bring all of that information to you guys, because there's a really cool story behind it. Brandon was just very brief and really very humble about the whole thing. But there's a lot that we can show off and really bring to your attention that I think everyone should learn from. So as that gets fully developed, we'll bring more information on that deal to you guys. But that is something that, if everything goes well, we're gonna find a way to keep it, Airbnb it out, do something with it. But again, being ready for those opportunities was a key there. All right, what else? Who else wants to share?
Yeah, I can go ahead and go.
Yeah.
This week I have 2 closings. Hopefully everything goes well and we can get those closings going. And then I wanted to add on for 2021, I see it's going to be a really good year. I have a lot of buyers lined up. So I think I should be okay to do at least 2 to 3 closings a month. I hope to pace like that for 2021. And then I do plan on at least picking up 1 or 2 rentals for myself.
I love it. So it sounds like everyone here is getting ready to really take their money and put it into creating some passive income opportunities. I love that. That's phenomenal, you guys. And Lori, I have no doubt that you can close 2 or 3. I think the challenge is for you to close 4 or 5, because I mean you have 1 lined up for the next few months already. So now let's focus on how we can get 3 or 4 more.
Got it.
And then, guys, it's not that difficult to get into some passive income opportunities. It really isn't. Everyone asks me, how much money do I need? I think if you can put aside about 20 grand, which is not a difficult number to put aside if you're focused, you can be ready to purchase your first investment opportunity. And here's the thing. I know that we all write off all of our income. I know that I know how taxes for realtors look. But guess what? We have the opportunity right now because of the market. If you buy it right, you can be into a deal for zero money out of pocket. You're negotiating the right deal. We've seen plenty of people do it. We've had agents on our team do it. So it's not impossible. And two, you can refinance it even if you don't have provable income, whatever the deal is, just by having that property cash flow. So if you ever need more information on that, just reach out. If the property cash flow is what I'm telling you, is you can buy multiple properties and really create this income, this passive income that you've always wanted to create. All right. Does anybody else want to share what they're up to for the week? We have time for about one or two more shares before we close out.
I'll be setting up for appointments. I think I'm gonna have the list done by this week. I already dropped down to 30 days, and no, next year we're gonna keep on drilling the phones.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Juan, what do you see in terms of opportunity for next year from your perspective on your end of the business?
Keep on growing.
Yeah.
Keep on growing, and no, just want to keep on drilling the phones for you guys.
Yep. I love it. I mean, the cool thing about how we're operating is the more appointments you set up, the better the team does, the more that we can then come back to you and say, hey, Juan, let's grow from this. What do we need to do to either set up more appointments or build a bigger team or whatever, whatever it takes to be able to grow together. It's all, we've talked about this, a circle of performance. So the better we all do, the better we each do individually, the better we all do. So I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Juan. And I'm excited to see this list right around those 30-day marks by the end of the year. I think that's going to be something that we can really be proud of. All right. Does anybody else want to go? We have time for maybe one more, and then we're going to close out.
Yeah. So I'm just excited to apply all the knowledge that I've learned this year and, really just ramp everything up. And I'm not waiting until the first to start doing that. Like I'm already, starting to do that now, especially with like the ads and stuff, the traction that I'm starting to pick up with that is like opening my eyes more, so I'm really trying to put all these things together and just start making greatness happen.
Miguel, this is the most excited I've seen you since you joined the team. This is a new and improved version of Miguel, a version that I think we've all known was there from the beginning. And now what I'm thrilled about is to see you really not you already put it into action. Now I want to see what happens from it, what results you're going to get from it. And I know they're going to be great. I want to see how great you can make this. And I'm excited to see what all of this is going to turn to for you. I think 2021 is going to be your best year yet. And we can literally go back and see what changes you've made and correlate the two together. And that will be a great thing for you to eventually share with other folks who maybe are still going through the learning curve and are wondering how they can do it too.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, guys, let's close out. As always, we believe in paying our rent daily. That's rest, exercise, nutrition, thoughts, by making sure that we have the right thoughts in place. We are ensuring that as we start our days, we're focused, that we're intentional, that we're doing the things we need to do to achieve the things that we want, whether that's making connections or finding the next opportunity or creating it. Either way, we're making sure that we're going in the right direction. So here we go. I believe and I trust in my ability to succeed in everything that I do. Being successful is a natural way of life for me. Success, money, happiness are attracted to me daily. My work makes a difference, and I can achieve any goal I set my mind to. I create wonderful business opportunities with every person that I meet. My income is consistently increasing. As I become more and more successful, I know it is because I've learned to help more and more people. I'm passionate about everything that I do, and I like to show it in everything that I do. I easily attract sales. I easily attract ideal clients. and I am energized about starting my day in a positive manner. I love the freedom that this business provides for me, and my business dreams are consistently manifesting. I'm a perfect match. I'm thankful for the opportunities and thankful for each and every person who contributes to my success. I love what I do, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for sharing. We have a lot of amazing opportunities coming in 2021. It's time for us to be ready and take advantage of them and get out there and not wait, but make things happen. Let's get out there and do it, guys. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys next time.